Hello everyone, this is Andre from Inqoob, and in this tutorial, I will show you what kinds of variables are available within Inqoob and how you can use them in your bots. There are two types of variables. First, we have the global variables, which can be used throughout the whole project. With this variable, you can send messages with predefined values that are common to all subscribers. For example, the name and address of your company, links to groups and social media networks, or the name to a customer support manager. Next, there are user variables, which you can use to collect information from your users and then put them in the bot's responses to personalize the experience. You can access the variables by tapping on the contents of a message and opening the variables menu right here. You can see the global and local variables here. Now, let's return to our process so I can show you how you can ask someone to enter a username, then use that same variable to repeat it back to them. I've already created the basic sequence of messages here in my process, so let's get started. Now, let's edit this message by tapping on its contents, and we're going to put the variable right here at the end of the message. Go back to the variables menu and add a new variable with the plus button. Note that you have an option of making it a global variable if that's what's applicable for your bot, and you can put the name down here. In my case, this is going to be user variable, and we're going to call it username. Now let's tap create, and here it is in my message. But we are not done yet, so let's go back, and now we need to collect this information from the user in the first message. So we'll go to this message and change its activation trigger to waiting for text input. Now we need to go to the commands of the first message by tapping on the blue thunderbolt, save the reply in the variable, and when I tap here, I can select the username variable that we have just created prior. So let's tap on the save button. Then we need to tell the bot to go to the next message, and it automatically fills in message ID too, so it looks great. Let's go back now and test out bot in the emulator in the main bot dashboard by pressing play on the top right. Here we are in the emulator. I will put in my username, and here we are. The bot remembers my username, so we did a great job. I also want to show you how we can create message conditions with our variables. Tap on the thunderbolt below the message, tap on more commands, and edit commands. Here you can go to the conditions menu on the left and pick one that is most applicable for the functionality of your bot. I will select this one and add variable user reply. In my example, if user reply matches email regular expression, I would make the bot direct the user to a particular message, else to another message. Both global and local variables can be utilized in this manner. Note that the variables menu on the left consists of already pre-made variables that we can insert in other commands. Going down the list within user ID, we have user ID itself, the user language, the login used on the website, the platform, which can either be Telegram, Facebook, or Instagram, first name of the user, last name, or last message. A little lower, we have ID user ID, which is different from user ID in a way that within user ID, we give the value to the variable, may that be a discount, quantity, etc. However, within ID user ID, the platform itself collects the data, therefore it has an identity. Next, we have user reply, as well as email regular expression, which can be changed to only numbers or only text. The text variable can be inserted in other commands, and the numerical variable, which takes part in all numerical operations. Variables can be used in conditions as well as commands. We have a specific command where you can give your variable a text or numerical value. For example, a command where we set the variable city equal to London in text format, or set the variable price equal to 50 in numerical format. Let me show you another example with variable use. I'm going to create a variable quantity in the main menu and then create a condition that if the user purchases a quantity of items greater or equal than 10, this is the numerical variable. The bot will add tag discount and go to an ID form message, which will congratulate the user with their discount. Let's now open the main bot constructor page because there is one more very important thing I want to show you in this menu. Let's go to the data section. When you publish your bot and start collecting data from your users and variables, you will be able to see all this data in this section. And that's it for this tutorial. I hope you found it valuable. Follow Inqoob on all social media platforms and feel free to ask any of your questions in the comments. This was Andre from Inqoob, and I will see you in the next tutorial.